Jay Richards at the Discovery Institute, and we're here at the COSM 2019 conference, and I'm joined by Bob Marks. Bob is the director of the Bradley Center for Natural and Artificial Intelligence here at the Discovery Institute, and also a distinguished professor at Baylor University, and he has been here talking about artificial intelligence. Bob, good to see you.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
Yeah, there was a terrific panel you were part of yesterday on AI, which has been an abiding theme of the conference.
Right.
How would you sort of sum up the discussion?
Well, one of the things we try to do at the Bradley Center, especially, and I'll give a plug, mindmatters.ai,
Yes.
is try to keep AI on a honest level.
Mm-hmm.
There is so much hype about artificial intelligence today, and we wanted to bring it in the panel to the point where there was a little bit of sanity, and it was really a great panel with George Montañez, the head of the Allen Center, and I think it came across very, very well.
It did.
Yeah.
Well, and it was. I guess I wasn't expecting there to be quite as much agreement in the panel, and I know it was organized as there was. But of course, Ray Kurzweil had beamed in at 2 o'clock, and Ray did the thing that he's famous for.
Kind of Star Trek stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And so it was really good, and of course he's very much a sort of, I'd say, a techno optimist, and in fact, he sort of thinks we're going to get brain scans and upload ourselves. Whereas the panel, though I know there was a diversity of opinion among the panelists,
there was.
Nevertheless, there was, I thought, a strong dose of realism, both optimism about what we can do, but also realism as to the limits.
Yeah, one of the things the panel kind of debunked from that philosophy was the idea that we are actually downloadable, because there's part of us in our brains that cannot be captured by computer code, that is non-algorithmic.
Okay.
And so therefore that non-algorithmic part can't be uploaded. You can only upload the algorithmic part of your brain. I mean, there are algorithmic things we do, like add numbers and things of that sort, but other aspects such as creativity and qualia, the experiencing
the sense,
things.
yes.
Those are not algorithmic, and they cannot be replicated in a computer.
Well, that's the odd thing about this discussion now, and Elon Musk apparently believes this, that maybe we're actually just part of a simulation, a computer simulation. But how do you simulate first-person perspective? I mean, I don't even know that that's actually all that well formulated or even coherent.
Actually, that's very interesting, because I think there's a presupposition on Musk's part that we are indeed algorithmic, that we can actually be represented by an algorithm, by a computer code, and indeed there's evidence, and this is not evidence in a philosophical kind of arguing sense. There's good foundations in algorithmic information theory and computer science which suggest that there are indeed non-algorithmic phenomena, and there's as strong evidence that the qualities I mentioned, such as creativity and understanding and qualia, are above and beyond the capabilities of algorithms and computability.
Well, so that's, it's embedded in the name of the Bradley Center, right? I mean, this distinction between natural and artificial intelligence.
Exactly.
What's the key point of that distinction, do you think?
Well, I think that a lot of people would say that there's an equality sign between the artificial and the natural intelligence, and people like Dr. Kurzweil, whom I respect in terms of his many technical accomplishments, believes that there is a materialistic model that he must adhere to, and that materialistic model is that the brain is a computer.
Right.
And that goes along with Marvin Minsky, one of the founders of artificial intelligence, and other people, whereas there's evidence from neuroscience and neurosurgeons that indeed that isn't the case, that the mind is, there's something greater than the brain involved with the mind.
Right, it's not just a machine made of meat.
It's right, that's exactly right, that's exactly right. And that's one of the tying influences, I think, in discovery and the things we're doing. We're doing artificial intelligence, which says that computer software, for example, can never be creative.
Yes.
So any creativity that seems to come out of artificial intelligence always comes from the computer programmer. It doesn't come from the AI itself. The computer does exactly what you tell it to do. I think on the business side, which was something which was talked a lot here, is you have that same sort of thing. You have creativity and entrepreneurism, and that creativity is something which can only come from humans.
Yeah, and that's what Jordan Montañez on the panel.
He also
in
said
fact,
that.
yeah, that effectively machines will do the things that machines can do,
Right.
and can do well, and maybe in narrowly focused ways can do better than us, and then that will leave us to do the human stuff.
The human stuff,
Yeah.
exactly.
I
But I think the key is the creativity.
Yes.
That AI creativity is not from the AI, it's from the computer program. Entrepreneurism and business comes from humans also.
No,
and
absolutely.
our non-algorithmic
Yeah.
creativity.
Yeah, if we could we just build a program for creating new businesses. And nothing's
Exactly.
gonna happen. Yeah.
You're never going to have AI that's an entrepreneur.
That's right. So what's your takeaway from this conference? I mean, which is the first of what we hope will be many of these COSM conferences?
Well, it was a melding of so many different areas.
Mm-hmm.
Like we just got done with a session with George Gilder in terms of China
Yes.
and things happening with China, which was fascinating. Also, artificial intelligence, the impact of artificial intelligence on business. And that was a theme of the conference. Also, blockchains, which is
That came up a lot.
yeah, blockchains and how they're going to revolutionize the world, which I agree with. They're a powerful, powerful concept. And so there was the thread in here and the caliber of people that were attracted to this conference.
Yes.
Steve Forbes and George Gilder and Carver Mead.
Right.
And
The CTO of the United States.
yeah,
was here,
yeah,
actually. Yeah.
the head of the Mint.
Yes, the former head of the U.S. Mint.
U.S.
Yeah,
Mint was
definitely.
here, and we had top people from Amazon and Google, for example, with Ray Kurzweil, and it really showed some of the top leaders and top movers and shakers of the industry and business, and also the investigation of artificial intelligence.
Yeah, it's
so it
terrific.
was really an exciting experience, and I look forward to the next one.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Bob, thanks for joining me. Good to see
Okay.
you.
Thank you. You too.
This is Jay Richards at COSM 2019.